next Roseanne show. Roseanne and singer Katie Lang have a little girl talk.
I think women should be in the wars because...
Now, Roseanne, that's ridiculous.
Is it?
Yes, women, I don't really think that women have an instinct to kill.
Maybe it's just me.
Then, Katie and Roseanne cook up some kitchen fun.
Are you attracted to Martha Stewart, too?
She's a babe.
I know.
Monica Lewinsky, I know you heard about my offer on Larry King Live for you to come on my show. And unlike Oprah and Diane Sawyer, we have no journalistic standards here. Therefore, we don't try to entrap, expose, or embarrass anybody. We're just all about money. I have a check here for $2 million. The average income for someone with a bachelor's degree living in California is about $44,000 per year. It would take that person 45 and a half years to earn what I will give you for 1 hour. If this were your going rate, you would make $4,160 million per year. That's Sultan of Brunei money, my friend. Now, I'm on your side, Monica, and I want to give you this money, but I can't call you. You have too many publicists and lawyers. Call me, and you won't have to give them a dime of this money. Just pick up the phone and dial 213-520-5200. You can reverse the charges.
The Roseanne Show. We pay more.
Multiple Grammy-winning performer, the incredible music superstar Katie Lang is here. And best-selling author Debbie Ford is going to tell us how to deal with our dark side. You know, in every culture, there's words to describe the two faces of human beings. There's good and evil, yin and yang, positive and negative, lower self, higher self. But, you know, we all have those two sides in us. And they're always at war, constantly forcing you to make decisions. Like, okay, you're a vegetarian, but damn, that pork looks good. Your lower self, however, only cares about you. And your higher self cares about you and everyone else. Now, sometimes I find my negative self a trifle amusing. Okay, here's a few things my lower self has done while I wasn't paying any attention. You know, like when somebody asks you if you know where their glasses are, and you say no, when you know that they're right under the book you just sat down, you know, and then you watch them, and you watch them looking for the glasses, and then you say, why don't you pray to St. Anthony? Okay, and then, of course, maybe it's just me, serving regular coffee and telling everyone it's decaf. That's a good one. And, you know, then also, like when you're at a baseball game and you're singing the Star Spangled Banner and you're trying to be real funny, but nobody gets it, you know? And your dark side tells you, hey, keep going further, really push it, you know, that kind of thing. Anyway, you asked me questions, so I'm going to answer them. Who's got a question named Anna Trujillo?
Right here.
What's your question, Anna?
Hi, if you were in Hillary Clinton's shoes, what would you do?
I would remove them and bash my husband over the head with them. Thank you. And who else has a question?
Right here?
Hi.
Yes.
What's your name?
Pat Camacho, have you ever made love to a convict?
You're a convict, right?
And if not, would you like
Huh?
And if not, would you like so?
I know there's like a big busload of 20 convicts here today, right? Hey, hi. Hi. Yeah, meet me over by the fence during yard time.
Thank you.
You're all in a halfway house on your way back to society, paid your price, ready to go straight. We wish you the best. Okay. So, we'll be right back. Stay tuned. I feel I'm on a float in a parade. My first guest has the most amazing voice in the world. She is a 3-time Grammy winner, and even better, she's not even here to promote anything. She just wants to hang out with us. So please help me welcome K.D. Lang. I'm so happy you're here. I'm so happy to see you. You look great.
Thank you.
New look. Take off your shoes.
Take off my shoes.
That's well, I
Except the
can
grass
do
is
that.
wet.
It's real grass too.
It is. I can smell it. My dog was happy about that.
That's probably why it's wet.
I know. That's what I was thinking, but I didn't.
So you've got a whole new look going on, right? This whole.
I guess, yeah. I guess, you know, you have to constantly come up with fashion statements in this business.
You have done that. You've gone through like incredible twists and turns in fashion, which I really like.
Well, you know what it is? It's like the music really has to sort of designate what I've... Or maybe, I don't know which comes first, the music or the look, but usually my look changes with the kind of music that I'm making. So, you know, when I was doing the country thing, obviously I was kind of playing with this country sort of theme.
Well, what was that about, the country look? What was in your head? Because, you know, it's hard.
I don't know. A lot of people have asked me that,
No,
actually.
it's hard when you're like trying to say, you know, do a fashion thing, like I try to do too. It doesn't just like come off the rack from a million guy designers.
I know.
It's like expresses yourself as an artist.
Well, basically, I went to a lot of Salvation Armies and Value Villages, and actually I made my mom take my sister's curtains down and make me a skirt, and cut off a pair of old guy's cowboy boots and created a look that sort of summed up the music I was doing, which was kind of country punk, you know. So it had to be kind of funky and edgy and yet basing itself on tradition.
Right.
I'm nervous.
Are you nervous?
Yeah, I'm nervous, yeah.
Oh, well, you'll have a
I know,
drink.
I'll settle down.
Here, just have a drink.
Okay.
You should not even be nervous after the way you live your life. You totally live your life. Like, it's so out loud, and I just really, like, I think that's so
That's
great.
why I'm nervous.
Why, because you're so loud, or
I'm
what?
so loud. No, I'm just nervous because I've been at home for 8 months, and it feels great.
Because you never have had time at home before for 15 years,
15
right?
years, yeah, I've been on the road, and finally just took this year off, and it feels great.
Well, okay, first of all, how come you never took any time off in 15 years? Why is this the first time?
It just the inertia of being in the public eye and making records and making money and paying other people's salaries. It's just, the inertia is so strong that it's hard to just go, okay, no, I want to take a year off.
Yeah.
Yeah, it took me like 3 years just to shift down, you know, and
To skid?
to skid and
Yeah.
tell people, you know, I need to take some time off.
I hear that because I took a year and a half almost after Roseanne, which sometimes I wonder if, you know, I should have taken longer. Because but to slow down and enjoy my life,
Right.
it's something performers, we don't do that, do we?
Not often, but then when you take some time off, you start going, oh my God, I enjoy work, you know. So it's
Right.
a dichotomy, you know. It's a hard thing to balance, but you
Do
don't
you think
listen.
that you just keep on working so that you sort of
blur the line between like what's real and what isn't, so you kind of lose yourself?
Absolutely.
You never really have to stop and look at you know, what you did? And
Sure, it's like any other obsession, I guess. You just
Yeah.
kind of, you know, focus in on one thing and ignore the rest.
But like to actually take time off and feel your life, how scary is that?
It is scary. It's like, it's an absolute essential. You have to do that. And whether it's you being a mom or, you know, being a pharmacist or being a teacher, whatever, you have to do that. You have to stop and go, I need to enjoy life for a minute. Because, you know, with all the things that are going on, you know, with AIDS and breast cancer and Swiss Airlines going down and stuff, it's like, you just have to stop and just enjoy. And that's what I'm trying to do, you know, just to put things into perspective.
That's good. Also, don't you also think, this is what I think, here's my opinion here, but like when we're little and we're like dreaming of ourselves of being performers, or we have that dream, we have that goal, it's like something to achieve, so you're kind of consumed by it, and it takes up your whole life, so.
Well, our society, global society, is so focused on, you know, success and financial success, and it's just, you know, I think we've really sort of turned our attention away from what success is, which is happiness and stability and peace and love.
That's true.
You know, basic love, which I think is the most successful thing one can attain. So.
And you are in love, right?
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
How long have you been in love?
About 2.5 years.
That's cool.
Yeah, it is cool. I brought you a present.
You did?
Yeah.
Oh, MAC. Oh, I love MAC. Satin lipstick. They make the best lipstick. Viva Glam, too.
Viva Glam 2, that's my lipstick. Believe it or not, I'm a lipstick lesbian, but the first professional lipstick lesbian.
Yes, you are. Oh, it's a new color
Isn't
this
that a
year.
beautiful
Yeah.
color?
And a percentage goes to charity. Right?
Yep. Let me just say something, because it's something I'm really, really proud
Well,
of.
you don't look like you have any of it on.
I do.
You do?
Yes.
Oh, all right.
Although I'm very subtle with my makeup.
Yeah.
100% of this lipstick goes to AIDS. We've raised $15 million.
Oh, my God. Now, speaking of being a lesbian and everything, no, but I mean, all the other lesbians are having babies, and you're not having a baby. Why not?
I don't have that thing.
Oh. You don't have to.
In many ways, but no, I don't have that clicking, ticking maternal thing that people have.
Like, I want to ask you, what was it like? No, what was it like to be grow up in a town of like 700 people in kind of a real, I mean, not to be insulting, but kind of a cow town. I mean, it was a sheep herder town, right?
Well, it's a cattle ranching town.
Cattle ranching town.
Yeah. Well, actually, it's more grain than anything, but yeah, they ranch a lot there too.
And did you know at an early age that you were different, or that you?
Well, to tell you that, see, this is what I think about small towns, and I think that it's a common misconception about small towns. In a small town, you know, I know all those 650 people,
Right.
so that eccentricities actually are normal. That you don't. In a city, you basically sort of stick to people who are similar. You find a clique and you kind of gravitate towards it, and then you stay there. But in a small town, you know that person intrinsically almost, because you've spent, you know, 17 or 20 or 35 or how many years there watching them.
So you think they're more giving and more?
Well, I just think they're more of everything. They're more critical. They're more giving. They're basically your family. You know, you know that old saying, it takes a village, and it really does. It's like a huge family, so they can be as harsh as family or as loving as family.
What about the whole issue of femininity, too? I want to ask you about that.
Well,
because I know you have like a great take on it. I like you to say it. I think it's awesome what you say.
Well, you know, obviously I'm not sort of a stereotypical example of common social definition of what femininity is. But femininity to me is a basic unconditional compassion. Because I think as women, we you know, we give birth to both sexes. We raise them unconditionally. It's just in our nature. So to me, femininity is compassion. And it's a certain attitude towards all life, all things living. It's a certain compassion towards yourself and your body. And of course, we all are vulnerable. We're all sensitive. And I think that that's a part of being feminine. I think it's you know, you have a funny self-image. I think that's a part of it. Of course, you're going to grapple with that. But femininity is not showing your curves. It's not, you know, how high your hair is. It's not what you wear. You know, it's really an attitude and an approach to living, I think.
I think so, too. And the other stuff, so much of the other stuff, so much of that bill of goods that we've been sold about it is just like artificial and materialistic stuff. It really doesn't have anything to do with this.
Yeah, it's just a little bit extended from, I think that it stems from natural instincts, you know, for a woman to be, you know, a little, you know, to lean, you know, like they did that study with Fisher-Price or whatever about what boys gravitated to and what little kids gravitate. And that basically girls like dolls and boys like trucks. And then there's people like me that like trucks and boys who like dolls. And it happens at a very early age. And
you know what else I think, though, about on the subject of femininity?
No.
Being like and not really into the groove, whatever it was that you said, like typical feminist, feminine woman myself. Because, I mean, face it, I was the first fat chick that was ever on TV. And I'll probably be the last, too. But anyway, it's not just about being like a nurturer. It's about being strong, too.
Yeah,
you know,
oh, absolutely.
Totally strong.
Absolutely. And of course, I, you know, of course.
Right.
I'm sorry I didn't get to that.
And don't you think women are way meaner than men anyway? Do you think that? I mean, we are nurturers and everything, but I think we're way meaner.
Yes, I do. No.
I think women should be in the wars because, you know, we would be...
Now, Roseanne, that's ridiculous.
Is it?
Yes, women, I don't really think that women have an instinct to kill.
Maybe it's just me. Yeah. When we come back, me and Katie are going to make one of her homemade recipes for us, and the audience gets to eat some, too. Really? You don't want to kill anyone?
You know, I used to hide these, both the spatula and the wooden spoon.
Because your mom spanked your butt with them?
That's what I got on the bum.
Scary.
Yes. So whenever I did something bad, I would predict that I should probably get rid of these utensils.
We're both Scorpio, right?
That's right.
How do you feel about that?
Well, how do you think I feel about that? The first time I met you, do you remember where that was? It was on, I think, Jay Leno or
Yeah,
Johnny
Jay
Carson.
Leno, right.
I can't remember who was hosting that night.
Yeah, Jay.
And you were sitting on the couch, and I was like about this close to you.
And you could feel my love thing.
I could feel, well, there was a love thing going on.
You felt my sexual aura, didn't you?
Yes, I did. And I do now. And we're going to get down and dirty with tofu.
We're back with Katie. She's going to make a delicious homemade tofu recipe for us. Now, let's just get started here.
Wait.
What?
Don't be thinking that's an oxymoron. I can tell. Delicious tofu. You're sitting there going, delicious tofu. I don't think so, aren't you?
I'm going to be open. You know, all I've ever had is tofu ice cream, which I really like.
Yum.
That's here. It is very, very good. I do eat it all the time.
Comes with a spoon.
But I've never had any of these, so I'm going to be very open. I'm going to reserve judgment.
Well, I have been cooking.
You came in a day early
I
so that you could cook all this for me, didn't you?
Yes, I did. And, man, I'm getting better all the time.
Looks like you did a great job
I
here.
did a good job today.
So
okay.
What is this? Tell us how you made that.
I don't know.
Well, show us what you are
Okay,
going to make
I'm gonna
then.
make you something different.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
So anyway, this is something that my girlfriend and I eat before we go out. Because you know when you have to go out a lot, there's not a lot of vegetarian things on the
Right.
menu. You don't want to eat like a bunch of pasta or whatever.
Right.
And there's not a lot of protein for vegetarians. So this is something I do before I go out.
Now, this is like really high protein, right?
Yeah. Very high protein, no cholesterol, very low in fat, high in calcium. It's just
Like
good all around
the real
stuff.
deal. It's the real deal.
Yep.
All right, what are we doing?
So basically you take
cut it
organic
up.
firm tofu.
Yeah.
And you cut it up. Actually, so you cut it up to
Yeah.
about that thickness.
Right.
And then you cut it up into all these little squares here.
Yeah.
Bite-sized pieces. Then I usually do this in a Cuisinart, but we don't have one here today.
No, we
So
don't.
I take a bunch of cilantro, organic cilantro from
Yeah.
your local farmer's market.
Yeah.
I feel like Martha Stewart right now.
You remind me of her.
Are you attracted to Martha Stewart too?
She's a babe.
I know. Okay. Okay, I am too, but don't.
You really like her?
I do.
Think she's cute?
Yeah. I wish she'd come and help me on the farm.
I don't know, because didn't you read that stuff where she was running over the handyman and stuff?
No, I thought it was.
Well, it was in the tabloid, so you don't know if that's
Oh,
true. But
I
it
don't
said that
read
she
those.
backed over her handyman.
Yeah, why are you reading tabloids?
Because I have to go to the bathroom, too.
All right. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, now you're breaking my focus
I'm
here.
sorry.
I'm trying to be a chef and everything.
Okay, what's that? You're going to add
This
that,
is
right?
use the lightest oil you can find that has relatively no taste, because the taste we're gonna derive from is from the cilantro, the scallions.
Yeah. All right.
See, I never measure anything, and I usually
don't
put it
either.
in a blender, so I'm a little bit
Well,
lost here.
Well, you know.
Okay, a little.
I
Well,
think
no,
it's
that's
all right.
enough. That's
It's
enough.
all okay.
We don't want too much oil.
All right, now what? It looks like pesto. Now
Yes,
what?
it should be pesto, and that's why we
Okay.
need the Cuisinart, because we want it to be like.
Well, we don't have one, so let's move on.
Okay,
now
well-
what are we going to... What else? What's this?
That's organic toasted sesame oil, which you
Oh.
only need a tiny drop because this is very full of flavor.
Okay, put it in there.
Okay.
Okay, I'll stir. You-
Maybe a little tiny bit.
Okay, I'll stir. All right.
Okay. Then this is Bucci plum vinegar.
Okay. And what are you doing with that?
One of my favorite guys on TV is Walk with. You know that guy?
No.
The Chinese guy, the walk guy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, we put a little in.
Okay.
Just a little.
Just a
Because
little
it's
plum
very,
vinegar.
very, very salty.
Oh, I
very,
like
very
that. I
salty.
love soy sauce.
But this is
I like
way
salty.
saltier
Really?
than soy sauce, so you don't want to use you want to use just a tiny bit.
You need
how does
more,
it,
though.
How is it tasting?
It doesn't. It needs more of salty something.
That's a lot of salt.
Really?
Already. You want a little more salt?
Oh, I'm a salt freak, man. I can never have enough salt. I love salt. My favorite. Oh, I shouldn't say this, but no, I should. No, my favorite thing. This is how horrible of a person I am, and I'm sorry. But my favorite thing is rare steak with like tons of salt on it. I'm so sorry.
That's
but
okay.
you're gonna-
We're having rare steak today. We're having rare tofu steak today.
Okay, so I take this and I do what?
No, I put that. You know.
All right.
If my friends were here, they would be amazed at how patient I'm actually being, because I'm a tyrant in the kitchen.
So you're not beating me because I'm.
Because
Oh,
you're
that-
famous.
Can I have a bite, Katie?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Even my mom likes this.
Really?
Yeah.
This is just a light snack that you prepare
I'm not going to eat it
before
because
you go
I'll be
out.
singing and I'll have like a big green piece
Okay.
of...
Oh, it's really good.
Yeah.
It is really good.
She said she was going to say it was good.
No,
matter
I'm
what.
not lying. I said I would not gag or anything like that because I didn't want you to think, but I like it.
No, it is good.
We're going to give some to the audience, let them try it. Let's eat this other stuff too. 'cause
Brave
this
one,
looks
step
good.
ahead. No,
I wanna
no,
try
this
this.
is like,
Wanna try
I think this is like an orange braised tofu salad.
That was good.
Yeah. That is a sausage link. Scrambled sausage for breakfast. Scrambled tofu. You can make it just like eggs. You just scramble
Pretty
them.
good. Pretty good.
Pretty good.
I like yours better. I like yours the best of all.
Yeah, of course.
I have a little bit of this too. Okay. Okay.
I didn't cook the cantaloupe.
Vita soy is good, huh?
Vita soy is good, yeah. See, the thing about soy things, you know.
Let's go pass it out.
All right.
What? The
All
thing
right.
about soy, what?
Well, it doesn't have any cholesterol. It's
That's
got
good.
a lot of estrogen for people who are like going through that moment.
So
And,
you don't have to take drugs. You can
you
just
don't-
eat tofu.
And it's helps
I
prevent
mean
breast
estrogen.
cancer. Who wants to?
Here,
I
pass that
love
out.
you for that.
Go get
Come
some.
over
It's
here.
really good. That's the scrambled egg tofu.
Take a little plate. Yeah.
Tell
take a
me,
little plate.
tell me what you think. Take a bite of that.
No, be nice, okay? Because
No, he'll
it's
like
on
it.
TV and everything.
What? We want to see. Just.
But there should be a lot more
It's
stuff
good.
on it, though.
Isn't
That's-
it good?
Look, Katie, he likes it.
You like it?
It's
Cool.
good, huh?
But it should have a lot more stuff
That's
on
good.
it, though. See?
How healthy
Like
is
more
that for
green
you?
stuff.
Plus the red meat and salt and
You just
liquor.
stick
It's
the whole
way
thing.
more healthy.
What are you saying?
I said it's way more healthy than red meat, salt, and liquor. My diet. I'm changing. Thank you. Give me that tray. Okay, Katie hasn't performed on TV for about a year. She's nervous, but she is so great. And I have to tell you one thing before you do. When we come back, she's going to be singing. But my God, the humanity in your voice is just unbelievably transforming. I'm so honored that you're going to sing on my show. We're back with KD and composer and GRP recording artist, David Benoit. I tripped a little there. What are you going to sing?
I'm going to sing a song I learned from Carmen McRae recording called The Right to Love, which is, the lyrics in this song are just incredible. I actually sang this for the president one time.
Wow.
Yeah. It's called The Right to Love.
Well, we all need love, don't we? Even the president.
Yeah. You know what? I promised myself, actually, I wouldn't bring that up, but damn it. There it was.
Yeah, well, you know.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah,
Actually.
I do too.
Okay, so anyway,
okay.
this song actually is very serious, so I'm going to...
Katie Lang.
My love and I ask a little of the world, right aside together in the rain and walk with heads up in the sun and share our joy and our pain. And yet they said that we were wrong. We hadn't the right to our love, that this love was shameful to see. Yet we treasured our love, and so we go our solitary way, indifferent to the cold, unfriendly stares, indifferent to the whispered talk, 'cause we don't care at in each other's eyes, that sweet look of wonder. We know that we have earned the right to love. We know that we have earned that precious right to love.
Tell us about your most romantic experience at the Roseanne Show. 213-520-5200, and don't leave a big long message. Now, if you wonder why you are finding idiots everywhere you turn, you're going to want to listen to my next guest. She says that until we fix ourselves, we're always going to attract the people we hate. It is all in her red-hot book, The Dark Side of the Light Chasers. Please welcome Debbie Ford. This is a good book.
Thank you.
It's really good. We'll put it here, so, well, we'll put it right here. Now, you have to totally explain what I just read.
What you just read?
Yeah.
Okay.
What does that mean exactly?
So the dark side is all the parts of ourselves that we hide, deny, or suppress. Carl Jung, the Swiss psychologist, said it's a person that we'd rather not be. For a lot of us, it's our parents or our siblings or somebody at work. So we take these parts of ourselves, and at a very young age, we start disowning them. So let's say when you were growing up, somebody said, you know, you're selfish, and, you know, being selfish is bad. So we take that part of ourselves, and, you know, Robert Bly said we put it in a long, invisible bag behind us.
Right.
And somebody else will say, well, you're selfish, and selfish isn't okay. And we start disconnecting with our humanity.
Right.
And then at some point, we feel less than whole, less than worthy, less than lovable, because we're only being half of ourselves. So we're talking about the dark side, but really, Roseanne, I'm here to tell you that it's not our dark side.
What is it then?
Carl Jung said the gold is in the dark. That if we shine light, if we shine love, if we shine compassion onto these disowned parts of ourselves, we can stop hating ourselves. We can find love. We can fulfill our dreams instead of spending all our energy suppressing these parts.
We have a game we're going to play to you know, illustrate what you're talking about.
I want you to write down the person that you admire the most.
Okay.
Okay? And
Yeah.
now I want you to identify 3 qualities, 3 aspects of him that you like.
You at home, do this. Do this. Go get a pen and do this with me so I don't have to be the only one.
Yeah.
If y'all have a pen and paper here, or just do it in your head here, we'll see what we come up with here.
Yeah, so
okay.
identify
So
3
three
people,
qualities
3
of
qualities
this
that you really
person that I
love about him.
about that person.
Okay.
Okay.
Do you have this?
Yeah, I do.
You want to tell us what they are?
Yeah.
You don't have to say who it is. You could just...
Well, I'll just say it's my
Okay,
teacher.
it's your teacher.
Yeah, it's my teacher. And what I love about him is he just has unconditional love for everybody all the time.
Great.
And he's very positive. Everything is like turning negative to positive. That's what he teaches me. And also that he's just like got light. You can see light coming out of his eyes and his head. He's really awesome. It's my rabbi.
Great, fabulous. Okay, and now I want you to think of the person that you dislike the most in the world, that you hate, you're annoyed by.
Okay.
Got somebody?
Yeah.
Okay. And now I want you to write down what you dislike about him or her, the quality, the worst part.
Okay, I put Hitler. And
That's a good one.
Yeah, that's a good one. Just
Lots of people have
just
that on their
like-
list.
he's dark.
He's dark.
He's like totally acting out of fear.
So he's
totally
fearful.
consumed by fear, and sadistic.
And he's sadistic. Okay, great. So when we get back from the break, I'm going to take you through and you'll meet some of your shadows.
Go ahead and tell him. Go right there. Well, tell him we're taking a break.
Oh, when we come back, we're taking a break. We'll talk about the exercise on page 65, if you have the book, of The Dark Side of the Light Chasers. And thanks for being here.
Don't miss the next Roseanne show when Roseanne and Third Rock's Kristen Johnston hold a food fest.
Okay, now you have my list. Now tell me what it means.
Okay, so we're going to look at your light shadow, and these are the things that we would say that you love about yourself, and maybe you're not
about myself?
about yourself.
Oh.
Now, it may be that you are not fully realizing that part of you, or you haven't really embraced that part of you, so you see it in somebody else. So here we have unconditional love. So could you say, I love myself when I'm showing unconditional love? Do you love that part of you when you're doing that?
I'm getting there.
Yeah, and you want to do more of that, though, right?
Absolutely, it feels real good.
Yeah, so what happens is because we're not embracing it fully in ourselves, we're attracted to somebody else who's showing that part of ourselves. But it's not that it doesn't live in him, but if it didn't live in you, you wouldn't be able to see it.
Right, I understand
Can
that.
you see
yeah,
that?
I do, yeah.
And
Because
then,
I know I used to be really attracted to judgment before I discovered love in me.
yes,
Yeah,
yes.
I know that.
Great, and now you're attracted to positive. Can
Yeah.
you say, I love myself when I'm positive?
Yeah, because the world goes so much better when I'm positive.
Exactly,
Yes.
exactly. And then full of light.
Yeah, when I'm like being there,
And what kind of person is full of light?
a person who's conscious.
Conscious, and you love yourself when you're conscious.
Oh, I love myself when I'm conscious, absolutely. I
But this is the amazing thing, is that when you find out that that's really you're seeing, because
Yeah,
we
it
could
blo- it
interview
blows your
different
mind, yeah.
people and they would see different things in this man.
Right.
They might be all positive, but they would be different words.
do. Well, I know, like,
And this
before
is
I got
you.
to a positive, more positive place before, well, one thing is I used to always be looking down, and I saw myself on Oprah Winfrey in these shows where I would do my comedy act, but I never looked up.
Yes.
That was part of it, too.
I would say for you to work on those three, how do I own that? How do I embrace, how do I have more of that in my life?
Yeah.
Okay, now the dark part.
Yeah.
Okay. So, Hitler.
Yeah.
So you said dark. I want to ask you something. What kind of person is dark?
I think I mean it like black holes in the universe.
Okay, but I want you to give me a quality, and that's like, is he cruel,
Yeah.
evil?
Yeah.
Which one?
Hateful.
Hateful. Okay, so do you hate yourself when you're hateful?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you don't like yourself when you're hateful, right?
Yeah, but I never used to know that I didn't like it.
Right,
Yeah.
right, exactly, because you're kind of comfortable with your shadow, much more
Yeah, I've
comfortable
done a
than
lot of
most
work.
people.
I've done a lot of work in the last couple of years.
Yeah. And how about fearful? Do you love yourself when you're fearful?
No, I feel like a big wimp.
Exactly. And sadistic.
Also, I feel like I want to strike out, which leads me to sadistic.
Right,
Yeah.
exactly, perfect. So if I could get you to actually find the gifts of these parts, like how could you love the hateful? Because you know you're hateful. So otherwise you're hating yourself. You're hating some part of yourself. How could you love that hateful part? Because remember, until you love it, it's under the water.
Right.
And it's going to pop up, and is that what happens? You
Well,
know, like
I
road
think
rage.
I could look at it to where I could try to see, and I do try to see, that as a very damaged part that needs to be healed by by the good things.
That needs
I
love.
try to bring it up because it's very wounded and damaged, and we all have that.
People say, well, why should I love it? Why should I love the shadow? Why should I love my fear? But do this with me. This is something really, put your hand up against mine, okay? So what you resist persists. So resist my hand. So see, we're resisting, we're locking it in place. So if I hate myself when I'm hateful, I hate myself when I'm fearful, I'm actually keeping it in place. Now take your hand away. The minute you take your hand away, the minute you take the resistance off, it doesn't have to pop up anymore. It never has to use you. Either you're going to use it or it's going to use you. So
That's
you might
pretty
as well
good.
be able to use it.
It's pretty good.
We'll be right back. I have to dance when I hear that song.
It's a great song.
So now go into the sadistic.
You really like that part.
Well, I just feel I want people to finish up what we were saying here.
Okay, so can you see where you're sadistic?
Yeah, like when I feel attacked, I want to get even.
Want to get
Really
even.
want to get even.
And do you love yourself when you want to do that?
No, I feel horrible about myself right after.
Exactly. So it's again that you resist it, you try to hide it, you try to deny it, and it's going to pop up and actually attack people. You always have to try to manage your energy in order to not be that. But if you can love that part, it's really about having compassion for being human, because we all have that part of us that could just go off on somebody.
Right.
So you're saying that the stuff that bothers us about other people is the stuff that it bothers us about ourselves that we're not looking at.
Yes.
Any reaction at all.
Any reaction at all. You can find out all the things, and then you have to see, you know, what is the gift of that? What is that part trying to give me, teach me? How can I love that part?
What is that part trying to give me?
What is it? Let me ask you, just close your eyes for a minute. And just ask that part of you, that kind of rageful part. What is it trying to teach you? Where is it trying to take you?
I think it's trying to take me to a place where I'm more just, where I behave in a just way.
Right.
Right.
So it acts out because you hate it, you resist it, it acts out, and then you start to look deeper into why do I do that, and how can I be more just, and how can my behavior be better? See, they say that the world is a school to the wise man and an enemy to the fool. And if we really understand that, we know that every interaction, every behavior we have is there to guide us back to being whole, back to our divine self.
That's pretty awesome, isn't it?
Yeah.
Pretty awesome. Thank you. I want to thank all of my guests today, and thank you for watching there at home, and thank you all for being here, and you guys, you know, stay on the right track there, you prisoners.
Yeah, thank you, Dorothy.